My missing husband came home, but I just know it isn't him. My husband vanished 6 months ago. He left for work one morning and never came back. It shocked the whole neighborhood. Things like that just didn't happen in our quiet little suburb. The police opened a case, neighbors formed search parties, but no one found a single trace of him. Our families were devastated. Over time, the missing posters came down, and police updates stopped. Eventually, I had to accept the hardest truth: Rick wasn't coming back. Until he did. A week ago, I was watering my petunias when I heard the garden gate creak. I turned, and there he was. Exactly as he'd been the day he disappeared. Same blonde hair, same bright blue eyes, same easy smile. I froze. Our families had mourned him, and now he was standing there like nothing had happened. When I asked where he'd been, he said he didn't know. Couldn't remember a thing from the past 6 months. Everyone was overjoyed, stunned, but happy. Everyone but me. I know how insane this sounds. No one would believe me, and I'd sound unhinged if I went to the police. But deep down, I know, the man sleeping beside me is not my husband. And I'm terrified. I've never been into supernatural stuff, don't even like horror movies, but this whole thing makes my skin crawl. Just let me explain why I'm so sure. The day after he came back, I made him tea. He smiled, took a sugar cube, and dropped it in. It might sound minor, but Rick hated sugar in his tea. Said it ruined the flavor, would get annoyed if I ever added it by mistake. But this version of him? No hesitation. Then there was the golf. I recorded a tournament featuring one of Rick's favorite players. He used to plan weekends around watching those. Once he even missed an anniversary dinner for a championship. But when I told him I'd recorded the match, he just said thanks and asked if I wanted to go out for dinner. He didn't even watch it. That was weird, but not as weird as what happened a few nights ago. I woke up around 2 a.m. to find him inches from my face, just staring. Blank-eyed. I laughed nervously and asked, "Baby, what are you doing?" He stayed silent for a full 30 seconds. Then he smiled and said, "Sorry, honey. Sometimes I just can't believe this is real." And then he rolled over and went back to sleep. I didn't. The next day, the neighborhood threw a party to welcome him back. Everyone came. Rick was cheerful, charming, even playing peekaboo with little Jackson from next door. But Rick never liked kids. That's one of the reasons we never had any. He especially avoided Jackson. I'd started to wonder if that was because being near the boy would reveal something. A resemblance. But the moment that really sealed it came this morning. Sally, Jackson's mom, stopped by with brownies. Probably just an excuse to get a look at us. After she left, I called her a nosy busybody. Rick laughed, kissed my head, and agreed. And that's how I knew. The real Rick would have gotten angry. He always defended Sally, because they were having an affair. For years. He never let me speak badly about her. But this man didn't even flinch. I know what you're thinking. Maybe he suffered memory loss, maybe trauma changed his personality. That's what the police would say. And I considered that. I really did. But here's the thing, this man has no scar. If he were really Rick, he'd have a scar on his forehead, from the golf club I hit him with. And I'm seriously thinking about digging up my petunias tonight just to make sure he's still under there. I don't know what this thing is. But it's not my husband. So what the hell am I supposed to do?